Rage and Angeline. Two names whispered on the wind, their story beginning like the soft bloom of spring. They met under a sky full of vibrant youth, their laughter echoing through the meadows. Angeline, with eyes that held the brilliance of 1,000 stars, saw something special in Rage, something that resonated with her soul. Rage, with his untamed spirit and a heart yearning for connection, found himself drawn to Angeline's quiet strength. They were different, yet their differences only served to amplify their bond. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, their friendship a comforting melody in the symphony of their lives. It was Angeline who first gave voice to the unspoken feelings that bloomed between them. Beneath a sky painted with the hues of a setting sun, she confessed her love, her voice a mere whisper against the gentle breeze. Rage, caught off guard by the torrent of emotions that surged within him, found himself speechless. His silence was not of rejection, but of an overwhelming joy that threatened to spill from his very being. In that moment, under the fading light of the day, their love story truly began. Their love was a whirlwind of emotions, a tempestuous sea that soared with exhilarating highs and plummeted with devastating lows. They were young, their love untamed and raw, their passions burning bright. There were moments of pure bliss, stolen kisses under the moonlight, shared dreams whispered under a canopy of stars. But like any love story, theirs was not without its trials. Misunderstandings arose, casting dark shadows over their once bright horizon. Words, spoken in haste and fueled by the insecurity of youth, left invisible scars on their hearts. Rage, with his impulsive nature, often reacted without thinking, his words like daggers piercing Angeline's sensitive soul. Angeline, harboring the pain of each unintended wound, retreated further into herself, the wall around her heart growing higher with each passing day. Their fights, though frequent, were always followed by tearful reconciliations, their love for each other a beacon that guided them back to each other's arms. But the damage, though unseen, was slowly chipping away at the foundation of their once unbreakable bond. The final fight erupted like a wildfire, consuming everything in its path. It began with a trivial matter, a simple misunderstanding that escalated into a raging inferno of accusations and blame. Harsh words, fueled by past hurts and unspoken fears, flew between them like poisoned darts. Angeline, her heart heavy with the weight of their tumultuous journey, saw only a future filled with more pain. Rage, blinded by his own pain and frustration, failed to see the silent tears streaming down Angeline's face, the tears of a heart breaking beyond repair. "It's over," Angeline whispered, her voice trembling with the effort of holding back a torrent of emotions. The words hung in the air between them, sharp as shards of glass, shattering the fragile remnants of their love. Rage, his anger dissolving into a chilling fear, reached for Angeline, but she flinched away from his touch. In that moment, he realized the gravity of his actions, the irreversible damage he had inflicted upon the woman he loved more than life itself. "No, please, Angeline, don't do this," Rage pleaded, his voice hoarse with desperation. He reached for her again, his hands shaking, but she stepped back, creating an insurmountable chasm between them. "I can't keep doing this, Rage," Angeline said, her voice devoid of its usual warmth. "We hurt each other too much. Maybe we're not meant to be." Her words were like a death knell to Rage's heart. He watched as she turned and walked away, her retreating figure a spectre of his shattered dreams. Despair, like a suffocating shroud, enveloped him, threatening to drag him down into its abyss. In his anguish, Rage clung to the only thing he had left, his love for Angeline. He vowed to win her back, to prove the depth of his love and the sincerity of his remorse. With trembling hands, he picked up a pen and began to write, pouring his heart and soul onto page after page. 1,000 letters, 1,000 apologies, 1,000 declarations of undying love. Rage wrote until his fingers bled, until the words blurred on the page, until he had nothing left to give but the shattered remnants of his broken heart. He wrote of his regret, his foolishness, his eternal love for the woman who held his heart captive. Each letter was a testament to his devotion, a desperate plea for a second chance. But fate, it seemed, had other plans. His letters cast upon the river became adrift in a sea of despair. Rage, consumed by his grief, succumbed to the overwhelming weight of his heartbreak. His life extinguished like a flickering candle in the wind. Angeline, drawn to the river by an unknown force, stumbled upon Rage's letters. One by one she read them, each word a searing brand against her soul. The truth, raw and undeniable, unfolded before her eyes. Rage had loved her truly and deeply until his dying breath. Tears streamed down her face as realization dawned. She had been wrong, blinded by her own pain. Now it was too late. Angeline was left to face the desolate wasteland that was her life without Rage. His memory, forever etched into the fabric of her being, became both a blessing and a curse. Angeline would never love another. Her heart, forever bound to Rage, would forever beat to the rhythm of their shared past. She lived out her days haunted by the ghost of what could have been, her only solace the belief that their love, though tragically cut short, would transcend the boundaries of life and death. In the afterlife, she would find him her soulmate, her Rage. Their love story, forever unfinished on Earth, would be given a second chance in the ethereal realm where their souls would finally reunite. Their love a beacon for eternity.